The universe has been watching you struggle, Capricorn. Those sleepless nights, the second guessing, the feeling that no matter how hard you work, something keeps holding you back. I see you. But what if I told you that all of this was just preparation? What if every closed door, every setback, every moment of frustration was the universe's way of positioning you for something extraordinary? Welcome to Secret of the Zodiac, where the stars are finally telling a different story for you. September isn't just another month in your calendar, Capricorn. It represents a cosmic turning point that happens perhaps once in a decade for your sign specifically. The celestial bodies are shifting into a rare configuration that astrologers like myself have been tracking with growing excitement. This isn't generic fortune telling. This is written in the stars with your name attached to it. I've spent the past 3 weeks analyzing these patterns, cross-referencing ancient Capricorn mythology with current planetary movements, and what I've discovered left me speechless. The evidence is overwhelming. A massive wave of positive energy is heading directly toward every single person born under the sign of the mountain goat. Look at the timing. You've been climbing that mountain for months now, haven't you? Steadily putting one foot in front of the other, carrying responsibilities that would crush other signs. That's the Capricorn way. Persistent, resilient, determined. But even the strongest among us can begin to wonder if the summit actually exists, or if we're just climbing endlessly. I want you to pause whatever else you're doing right now. Take a moment to really absorb what I'm telling you. This isn't just content. This is a message the universe has been trying to deliver to you. That nagging feeling you've had recently, that something is about to change. It wasn't your imagination. It was your intuition connecting with these cosmic shifts before your conscious mind could even process them. The ancient Babylonians called Capricorn the gateway of the gods, the sign that bridges earth and heaven. They understood something modern astrology sometimes forgets. Your sign isn't just about traits and compatibility. It's about timing and cosmic gateways. And in September, your gateway is opening wider than it has in years. Let me paint the picture of what's happening in the sky right now. Saturn, your ruling planet, the taskmaster that's been testing you relentlessly, is finally changing its trajectory. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, is moving into a position that specifically amplifies Capricorn energy. The North Node, which determines our collective destiny, is forming angles that historically have preceded major breakthroughs for Earth signs. This isn't just one favorable aspect. It's a symphony of cosmic movements, all harmonizing at once. And you're the audience they're performing for. I've been studying astrology for years, tracking patterns and predictions, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, what's happening for Capricorn in September is exceptional. The last time we saw a configuration even remotely similar was in 2008, and many Capricorns I work with still reference that period as a turning point in their lives. But this alignment, it's even more powerful. Think about what you've been through recently, the challenges, the moments you nearly gave up, the times you questioned whether your efforts would ever be recognized. Now imagine all of that was simply strengthening you, preparing you for an opportunity that required exactly your unique combination of patience, wisdom, and determination. That's what September represents. Not just luck changing, but the universe finally acknowledging your journey. The stars are literally rearranging themselves to create a pathway specifically designed for Capricorn energy. As we explore these 12 specific cosmic signs in detail, you'll begin to recognize patterns that have already been appearing in your life, subtle hints that this shift was coming. Those random coincidences, the unexpected messages from old connections, the ideas waking you up at 3 a.m., all cosmic breadcrumbs leading you to this moment. The first 3 reasons your luck is about to change center around a powerful planetary realignment that's been centuries in the making. And it begins with Saturn, your cosmic ruler, finally releasing its grip on your progress and becoming your greatest ally instead. The first reason, Saturn, your ruling planet, finally shifts from retrograde motion, bringing renewed clarity to your long-term ambitions. Saturn's retrograde has been the cosmic handbrake on your progress for months now. This giant ringed planet, your celestial ruler, has been forcing you to revisit old ground, re-examine foundations, and question directions you once felt certain about. It's been exhausting, hasn't it? That feeling of taking 3 steps forward and 2 steps back? The constant need to double-check your decisions? But in September, Saturn stations direct, a technical term for when a planet appears to resume its normal forward motion in the sky. For you, this isn't just an astronomical curiosity. It's the equivalent of suddenly driving with the wind at your back after months of pushing against gale force resistance. Think about those projects you've been struggling to gain traction with, the career goals that seem to move at glacial pace, the personal ambitions that kept hitting mysterious obstacles. Saturn's direct motion doesn't just remove these roadblocks, it transforms them into stepping stones. What makes this shift particularly powerful for Capricorns is the position Saturn occupies as it changes direction. It's in a section of your chart connected to authenticity and self-expression. This means the clarity you'll experience isn't just about external goals, it's about aligning those goals with your truest self. The projects and paths that suddenly accelerate will be the ones that genuinely reflect who you are, not who you think you should be. Ancient astrologers called this particular Saturn position the revealer of truth, a time when illusions fall away and we see our path with startling clarity. For a sign that values truth and substance as much as Capricorn does, this is the cosmic equivalent of someone finally turning on the lights after you've been feeling your way through a dark room. The second reason, a rare alignment between Jupiter and Neptune, creates unexpected opportunities in your communication sector, opening doors previously closed. While Saturn brings clarity, this Jupiter-Neptune alignment brings something equally valuable: magical connections. These two giants of our solar system rarely dance together, but when they do, they create a unique energy that specializes in synchronicity and serendipity. This alignment falls specifically in your 3rd house, the sector governing communication, short journeys, siblings, and neighbors. But don't let that seemingly mundane list fool you. What this cosmic configuration actually triggers is a period where conversations become gateways. Expect messages from unexpected sources, a casual comment that leads to a major opportunity, an old contact who resurfaces with exactly the connection you need, a conversation that suddenly veers into territory that opens an entirely new path for you. Jupiter expands everything it touches, while Neptune dissolves boundaries. Together, they're creating a field of possibility around your everyday interactions. That coffee shop conversation? It might lead to your next big break, that message you've been hesitating to send. September's energies make it the perfect time to press send. What makes this alignment particularly significant is its rarity. Jupiter and Neptune form this specific angle only once every 14 years, and they haven't done so in your communication sector since 2008. Think back to that period. Did unexpected conversations or connections shift your trajectory then? This cycle is returning, but with the added power of Saturn's clarity supporting it. The practical application of this cosmic gift is simple. Say yes to invitations, initiate conversations, revive old connections. The universe is quite literally constructing a communication network around you that can transport you to destinations you've been trying to reach for months, if not years. The third reason, the harvest moon illuminates your career house, bringing recognition for past efforts that seemed overlooked. September's harvest moon isn't just any full moon, it's the culmination of efforts, the gathering of what's been planted. And this year, it shines directly into your 10th house of career, reputation, and public standing. This celestial spotlight has perfect timing. It arrives just as Saturn brings clarity and Jupiter-Neptune creates connections. The moon's illumination completes the trifecta by bringing visibility and recognition to your work. Those projects you poured yourself into that seemed to disappear into a void, that extra effort that no one seemed to notice, the ideas you presented that were met with silence. The harvest moon acts like a cosmic blacklight, suddenly revealing value that was always there, but previously invisible to others. What makes this lunation particularly powerful for Capricorns is its connection to your natural talents. This isn't about receiving empty praise or superficial attention. The recognition coming your way is specifically for the qualities that make you uniquely valuable: your persistence, your attention to detail, your ability to build structures that last. Historically, the harvest moon was the time when farmers could continue working into the night by the light of the full moon. For you, it represents a period when your work becomes more visible, your value more apparent, and your contributions more appreciated. After months of feeling like you're operating in darkness, this lunar illumination reveals just how much ground you've actually covered. Ancient astrologers considered the full moon in this particular position to be a moment of harvesting reputation, when the seeds of work planted long ago finally produce tangible results in the form of recognition. For a Capricorn who often works silently and steadily without seeking applause, this shift can feel both validating and slightly uncomfortable. You're not used to the spotlight, but September insists you step into it. The practical effects of this lunar blessing will likely manifest as increased attention from superiors, unexpected praise from colleagues, or sudden interest in projects you've been developing quietly. Some Capricorns may even experience public recognition, awards, or opportunities to showcase their expertise to wider audiences. This recognition isn't just flattering, it's strategically valuable. It comes at precisely the right moment to capitalize on the clarity Saturn is bringing and the connections Jupiter and Neptune are creating. The universe isn't just patting you on the back, it's positioning you for advancement. As these three cosmic forces converge, Saturn's clarity, Jupiter-Neptune's connections, and the harvest moon's recognition, the foundation is being laid for a complete reversal of fortune. The very areas where you felt most stalled are about to experience the greatest momentum, and this is just the beginning. As we move into the next set of cosmic signs, we'll explore how these external shifts in your professional world connect to deeper patterns of abundance and prosperity that are activating specifically for Capricorn energy. The planetary realignment happening in September isn't just changing your luck, it's changing the very coordinates of your journey. The map you've been following is being redrawn with new routes, clearer markings, and destinations that were previously hidden from view. And you, with your natural Capricorn navigation skills, are perfectly positioned to read this new cosmic map. The fourth reason. Mercury enters your house of foreign connections, creating surprising travel or educational possibilities. While the first three cosmic shifts have been setting the stage for your transformation, this fourth celestial movement takes your potential beyond familiar boundaries. Mercury, the messenger planet governing communication, travel, and learning, is making a significant entrance into your ninth house of expansion, higher education, and foreign connections. This isn't Mercury's usual quick visit. The winged messenger is slowing down, preparing for a rare extended stay in this sector of your chart. For Capricorns, who typically prefer solid ground and familiar territory, this creates an unusual window where the unknown suddenly feels magnetic rather than threatening. The ninth house is your chart's international airport, the place of journeys, both physical and intellectual. Mercury's presence here isn't just suggesting travel possibilities, it's actively translating opportunities across languages, cultures, and distances. Connections that once seemed impossibly remote are suddenly accessible through a simple message, call, or introduction. What makes this placement particularly potent is Mercury's angle to Uranus during this period. These two planets form what astrologers call a trine, a harmonious flow of energy that specializes in brilliant insights and unexpected solutions. For you, this translates to educational or travel opportunities appearing seemingly out of nowhere, often through unusual or surprising channels. Perhaps it's an international project you hadn't considered, a study opportunity that perfectly aligns with your long-term goals, a chance to share your expertise with an audience far beyond your usual reach, or even literal travel that connects you with people who recognize your value immediately without the uphill reputation building you've grown accustomed to. The key to maximizing this Mercury blessing is intellectual curiosity. The opportunities arriving won't always wear obvious labels. They might disguise themselves as casual inquiries, theoretical discussions, or invitations that initially seem tangential to your main path. Mercury rewards those who say, "Tell me more," rather than immediately dismissing what seems impractical or distant. For a sign that prizes practicality, this requires a temporary suspension of your usual filters. September asks you to entertain possibilities before analyzing them to death. The foreign connections Mercury is orchestrating often operate by different rules than the ones you're accustomed to. Their value may not be immediately apparent through your usual practical lens. The fifth reason: Venus and Mars conjunct in your wealth sector, potentially triggering a financial breakthrough or valuable proposition. As Mercury expands your horizons externally, Venus and Mars are creating something equally powerful in your financial sector. These two planets, representing desire and action, attraction and assertion, rarely travel side by side. When they do, they create a unique alchemy that specializes in manifestation. This conjunction lands in your second house of personal resources, income, and self-worth. The second house isn't just about money in the bank. It's about recognizing and activating your inherent value. The Venus-Mars team operates like cosmic venture capitalists, ready to invest energy in your most valuable assets. What makes this conjunction particularly potent for Capricorns is its precise timing. It arrives just as the other cosmic factors we've discussed are creating clarity, connections, and recognition. Venus and Mars essentially provide the practical pathway to monetize these other blessings. Recognition is wonderful, but this planetary pair helps translate it into tangible resources. The Venus component brings opportunities that feel effortless, situations where you're valued and rewarded without having to fight for recognition. The Mars component provides the courage to ask for what you're worth, to initiate financial conversations, and to take calculated risks with resources. Together, they create a perfect storm for financial breakthroughs. This might manifest as an unexpected bonus, a salary negotiation that exceeds your expectations, a side project that suddenly becomes profitable, or an investment that begins to show significant returns. Ancient astrologers called this particular Venus-Mars combination the conjunction of earned reward, a cosmic configuration that specializes in delivering value to those who have built a foundation of genuine worth. For Capricorns, who often undercharge while over-delivering, this represents a long overdue correction to your financial equation. The practical application is straightforward. September is the month to have financial conversations you've been postponing, to revisit rates or compensation structures, to launch offerings you've been developing quietly, to invest in yourself with confidence. The Venus-Mars team doesn't just bring opportunities, it brings the perfect balance of receptivity and assertion needed to maximize them. The sixth reason: ancient Capricorn mythology speaks of September as your second power month, a hidden seasonal advantage. While most astrology focuses on your birth month as your power period, ancient Babylonian and Greek astrological texts referred to a secondary power month for each sign, a time when your energy experiences a significant but less obvious surge. For Capricorn, this secondary power month is September. This hidden knowledge has been largely forgotten in modern astrology, but the ancient stargazers understood something profound about Capricorn energy. Your sign represents not just the mountain goat, but specifically the sea goat, a creature capable of navigating both heights and depths. September's transitional energy between summer and autumn creates the perfect conditions for this dual nature to express itself fully. As summer's expansive energy begins to contract into autumn's focused efficiency, the universal energy field naturally shifts toward Capricorn's frequency. While not as obvious as your December-January power period, this secondary surge provides a unique advantage. It's a time when the world naturally attunes to your wavelength without you having to adjust yours. What makes this particularly significant in 2025 is the simultaneous presence of all the other cosmic factors we've discussed. This isn't just any September. It's a September where your secondary power surge aligns with planetary movements specifically favorable to your sign. The practical effect is subtle but profound. In September, you'll likely notice that you encounter less resistance. Ideas that would normally require extensive explanation seem to be understood immediately. Values you embody that are often overlooked suddenly seem to be in vogue. It's as if the universe temporarily adopts Capricorn priorities: discipline, structure, excellence, and long-term thinking. This creates a unique window for initiatives that might normally swim against the cultural current. Projects requiring depth and commitment, ideas that prioritize substance over flash. Approaches that might seem too serious or structured during other months suddenly find receptive audiences. The ancient texts describe this secondary power month as the time when the sea goat's wisdom is sought, a period when Capricorn insights and approaches are actively valued rather than merely tolerated. After months of feeling like you're speaking a language others don't fully understand, September brings the gift of being comprehended at a deeper level. This hidden seasonal advantage isn't just about external reception. It also affects your internal energy. Many Capricorns report feeling a subtle but noticeable surge in stamina, focus, and clarity during September, even in years without the additional cosmic support 2025 provides. Your natural rhythm synchronizes with the seasonal shift, creating a harmony between your internal drives and external conditions. Combined with Mercury's expansion of horizons and Venus-Mars financial activation, this secondary power surge creates a rare triple boost to your manifestation abilities. The universe isn't just removing obstacles, it's actively conspiring to propel you forward in areas that matter most to your long-term security and success. As we transition to the next set of cosmic signs, we'll explore how these external shifts in your expansion and prosperity connect to even deeper patterns, numerical alignments, and karmic advantages that suggest September 2025 represents not just a lucky month, but potentially a pivotal turning point in your larger life journey. The financial and expansive boost happening in September doesn't just change your immediate circumstances, it potentially resets your entire trajectory. After a period of compression and limitation, these cosmic factors are creating multiple pathways toward abundance, recognition, and expansion that align perfectly with Capricorn's natural gifts and goals. The seventh reason, the numerological significance of September 2025, 9 plus by 9 plus 27, 2 plus by 7, 9, represents completion and transition for Earth signs. Beyond the movement of planets and stars, there exists a hidden mathematical architecture to the universe that few consider when analyzing luck and timing. Numerology, the study of numerical vibrations, offers insights that complement and often deepen astrological understanding. For Capricorn in September 2025, these numerical patterns reveal an extraordinary convergence. Let's break down the mathematics. September is the 9th month. The date 2025 reduces to 9. 2 plus 0 plus 2 psi be 9. This creates a powerful double 9 vibration enveloping the entire month. In numerology, 9 represents completion, culmination, and the final stage before renewal. It's the number of harvest, of reaping what's been sown, of endings that create space for powerful new beginnings. For Earth signs like Capricorn, this double 9 vibration resonates at an even deeper level. The number 9 is associated with the element Earth in ancient numerological systems. It represents the final, most stable expression of material manifestation, the point where ideas become fully realized in physical form. What makes this particularly significant for you is how it aligns with your natural Capricorn rhythm. Your sign operates on longer cycles than most, often planting seeds that take years to fully mature. The 9 vibration of September 2025 creates the perfect energetic conditions for harvesting efforts you set in motion as far back as 2016, when the current 9-year numerological cycle began. Projects, relationships, and ambitions that had been developing slowly underground suddenly find themselves in the perfect vibrational environment to break through the surface. It's as if the universal soil has been specially prepared to support the emergence of specifically Capricornian creations, those built on patience, integrity, and solid foundations. The practical effect of this numerical alignment manifests as timing that feels almost supernaturally perfect. Opportunities arrive precisely when you're ready for them. Resources appear just as you need them. People enter your life exactly when their specific skills or connections become relevant to your journey. It's not just good luck, it's mathematically aligned timing. Ancient numerologists called this particular pattern the harvester's code, a numerical frequency that specializes in bringing long-term efforts to fruition. For a Capricorn who often works for years before seeing tangible results, September 2025's numerical signature essentially fast-tracks the recognition and reward phases of your manifestation cycles. The eighth reason: 3 consecutive days of astrological harmony between September 14th to 16 specifically benefit patient Capricorns who've been waiting. Within September's broader favorable pattern, there exists a concentrated pocket of extraordinary potential. September 14th-16 features a rare triple harmony, 3 consecutive days where multiple planets form perfect supportive angles to each other, creating what astrologers call a grand trine in Earth signs. This grand trine connects 3 power points in your chart: your identity sector, your career sector, and your wealth sector. For 3 days, these critical areas of your life exist in perfect geometric harmony, creating an energetic superhighway where intentions, actions, and results flow without the usual friction or delays. What makes this 3-day window particularly powerful for Capricorns is its earth element quality. Grand trines can occur in any element, but earth trines specialize in tangible, practical manifestation. Exactly the kind of results Capricorns value most. While fire trines might bring inspiration and water trines emotional healing, earth trines deliver concrete outcomes and physical world changes. The specific planetary players in this grand trine amplify its significance. Venus, representing value and attraction, occupies 1 point. Mercury, representing communication and connection, occupies another. And Pluto, representing transformation and power, completes the triangle. Together they create a perfect storm for transformative opportunities that combine value, communication, and deep change. For Capricorns who have been patiently waiting for recognition or advancement, these 3 days represent a potential quantum leap. The energetic conditions support not just incremental progress, but possible geometric growth. Situations where your value isn't just recognized, but potentially multiplied. Ancient astrologers called configurations like this the Builder's Triangle, a cosmic geometry that specializes in creating stable, lasting structures of success. For a sign whose symbol is literally the builder of the Zodiac, this represents an energetic environment perfectly tailored to your natural strengths and processes. The practical application is clear. Plan important initiatives, conversations, or presentations for this 3-day window if possible. Seeds planted during grand trines tend to grow with unusual stability and staying power. Foundations laid during these periods often support structures that endure for years, if not decades. The 9th reason: your natural resilience aligns perfectly with autumn's transformational energy, giving you a competitive edge others lack. Beyond specific astrological configurations and numerical patterns, there's a broader seasonal alchemy occurring that particularly favors Capricorn energy. September marks the beginning of autumn, a season whose underlying energetic signature resonates powerfully with your sign's natural frequencies. Autumn is the season of discernment, of separating wheat from chaff, of preserving what's valuable and releasing what's not. This selective, quality-focused energy mirrors Capricorn's natural approach to life. While other signs might struggle with autumn's discriminating vibration, you thrive in an environment that rewards exactly your natural strengths: patience, selectivity, and strategic resource management. What makes this particularly significant in September 2025 is how it amplifies all the other cosmic factors we've discussed. The seasonal energy doesn't just support your efforts, it actively disadvantages approaches that compete with yours. While others might find their usual quick-fix strategies faltering in autumn's discerning atmosphere, your methodical, substance-over-style approach suddenly becomes the obviously superior strategy. This creates a unique competitive advantage. Projects, proposals, and ideas you champion find themselves evaluated in an energetic environment that naturally prioritizes Capricornian values: longevity, stability, and depth. It's as if the Universal Selection Committee temporarily adopts your exact criteria for success. Ancient seasonal wisdom traditions recognize this pattern, referring to autumn as the merchant's advantage. a time when those who understand true value gain leverage over those swayed by surface appearances. For Capricorns, who often feel your deeper qualities go unrecognized in a culture that prizes flash over substance, this represents a satisfying reversal of the usual dynamic. The practical effect manifests as increased receptivity to your ideas and approaches. Suggestions that might have seemed too cautious or not exciting enough in other seasons suddenly find appreciative audiences. Your natural tendency to identify potential problems isn't dismissed as negativity, but recognized as valuable foresight. Your preference for thorough preparation over hasty action is seen as wisdom rather than hesitation. This seasonal advantage combines with the numerological completion energy and the specific 3-day grand trine to create a September where Capricorn energy isn't just accepted, it's actively sought after. After periods where you may have felt like the Zodiac's perpetual devil's advocate, autumn brings the gift of vindication. Your approach isn't just valid, it becomes obviously necessary in a season that naturally exposes the limitations of less thorough methods. As we've now explored 9 powerful cosmic factors converging to shift your luck this September, a clear pattern emerges. This isn't random good fortune. It's a precisely orchestrated cosmic algorithm creating conditions where your natural Capricorn strengths become your greatest advantages rather than qualities that need to be moderated or disguised. The planetary realignments bringing clarity and connection, the financial activations creating resource pathways, and these deeper patterns of numerical and seasonal support collectively suggest September 2025 isn't just a lucky month, it's potentially a karmic turning point where the universal scales balance in your favor after periods of unrecognized effort. The final 3 cosmic signs we'll explore next reveal how these external shifts connect to even deeper patterns of cosmic reward and renewal, completing the picture of why September represents such an extraordinary window of opportunity specifically for Capricorn energy. The numerical and karmic advantages unfolding in September don't just provide temporary luck, they potentially recalibrate your entire relationship with universal timing, creating a new baseline of support that could extend far beyond this single remarkable month. The 10th reason: the stars indicate a karmic debt being repaid to hard-working Capricorns who maintained integrity through challenging times. Beyond the mathematical patterns and seasonal alignments, there exists an even deeper layer to cosmic timing: the karmic cycle of universal balance. September 2025 marks a critical point in this cycle, specifically for Capricorn energy, one that ancient astrological texts referred to as the recompense of the worthy. The North Node, a mathematical point in the heavens that tracks karmic patterns, is forming a perfect supportive angle to your sign's ruling planet Saturn. This creates a rare celestial window where universal forces actively work to balance karmic scales, specifically for those who've maintained integrity despite challenges. For Capricorns, this cosmic rebalancing feels particularly significant after the past 3 years. Since 2022, your sign has weathered unusually difficult planetary weather. Saturn, Pluto, and other cosmic heavyweights have been testing your foundations, challenging your assumptions, and forcing evolution that often felt more painful than productive. Through this extended cosmic stress test, most Capricorns did what comes naturally to your sign. You persevered. You maintained integrity when cutting corners would have been easier. You shouldered responsibilities when others abdicated theirs. You continued building solid foundations while watching others chase quick fixes and temporary solutions. The North Node Saturn configuration in September essentially creates the karmic payday for this period of extended testing. The universe operates on perfect balance, though its timing rarely matches human expectations. September represents the counterweight to challenges you've navigated, not as a random gift, but as earned cosmic compensation. What makes this karmic repayment particularly powerful is its focus on exactly the areas where you've been most tested. If your integrity has been challenged in career, September brings professional opportunities that value exactly the principles you refuse to compromise. If your tests came in relationships, September brings connections that appreciate precisely the qualities others overlooked or took for granted. Ancient karmic astrologers called this configuration the restorer's window, a cosmic aperture that specializes in returning energy to those who've given more than they've received. For Capricorns, who often operate with a surplus of responsibility and a deficit of recognition, this represents a particularly satisfying universal correction. The practical effects manifest as situations where your past choices suddenly reveal their hidden value. The client you treated fairly, despite it costing you short-term profit returns with a major opportunity. The relationship where you took the high road despite provocation transforms through unexpected healing. The project where you refused to cut corners despite pressure suddenly receives a recognition precisely because of its solid foundation. This isn't just good karma, it's mathematically precise karmic accounting, delivering returns proportional to your investment in integrity. September's energy specializes in revealing the hidden compounding interest that accrues to those who maintain ethical consistency despite its immediate costs. The 11th reason, a rare celestial triangle forms in your favor between September 24-23, historically associated with unexpected strokes of fortune. As September reaches its final third, an unusual geometric pattern forms in the heavens, a perfect equilateral triangle connecting Jupiter, expansion, Venus, value, and Uranus, unexpected change. This configuration, called a grand trine, happens to form at precisely the degrees that most powerfully impact Capricorn's resource and opportunity sectors. What makes this triangle particularly significant is both its timing and its rarity. This specific combination of planets forming this precise geometry at these exact degrees occurs approximately once every 84 years. The last time Capricorns experienced this exact configuration was in 1941, a period that, despite broader world challenges, represented a time of unusual opportunity for those born under your sign. This grand trine specializes in creating what ancient astrologers called fortuitous impossibilities, developments that defy logical expectation and transcend normal probabilities. It's not just good luck, it's the kind of synchronicity that makes even the most skeptical Capricorn raise an eyebrow and wonder about larger patterns at work in the universe. The placement of this triangle in your chart activates three key areas: your sector of personal resources, your sector of shared resources, and your sector of career elevation. This creates a three-point circuit where energy flows freely between your individual talents, your collaborative ventures, and your public recognition, removing the usual friction or delays between effort and outcome. The practical manifestation often involves unexpected connections between seemingly unrelated areas of life, the passion project that suddenly reveals its profit potential, the personal interest that unexpectedly creates professional opportunities, the collaboration that evolves in directions no one anticipated but everyone benefits from. What makes this particularly valuable for Capricorns is how it counterbalances your sign's natural tendency toward linear, predictable planning. While your methodical approach remains your foundation, this celestial triangle introduces beneficial wild cards and fortunate surprises that accelerate your journey toward goals that might otherwise take years to reach. The 3-day window of September 23 represents the period when this triangle reaches mathematical perfection. Ancient timing specialists considered this configuration so significant, they advised rearranging important life events to align with its energy whenever possible. While the entire month of September carries favorable vibrations, these 3 days represent the peak of unexpected fortunate developments. The 12th reason, the ancient Capricorn prosperity cycle begins its renewal phase, traditionally bringing abundant harvests to the persistent mountain goat. The final cosmic sign bringing favorable change to Capricorn in September involves one of the oldest astrological timing systems, the prosperity cycles specific to each zodiac sign. These cycles, documented in Babylonian clay tablets dating back to 2000 BCE, track longer patterns of abundance and challenge unique to each sign's energy. For Capricorn, the prosperity cycle operates on a 28-year rotation, with 4 distinct 7-year phases. September 2025 marks the precise beginning of what ancient astrologers called the abundant quarter, the 7-year phase of the cycle where Capricorn energy finds itself most supported by universal prosperity currents. What makes this particularly significant is how it aligns with Saturn's current position in your chart. Your ruling planet is activating exactly the sector associated with this prosperity renewal, creating a powerful resonance between planetary position and ancient cyclical timing. This isn't just about financial abundance, though that's certainly one expression. The prosperity cycle influences all forms of resources, energy, opportunity, connection, recognition, and support. It creates a period where the universe responds more generously to your efforts across all domains, not just the financial. Ancient prosperity specialists describe this phase as the mountain goat's ascent, a period where Capricorn energy finds itself supported by favorable currents that make climbing more efficient and rewarding. The path doesn't necessarily become easier. Capricorns rarely respect anything that comes too easily, but the return on effort increases substantially. The practical effects manifest as a shift in your relationship with resources of all kinds. Opportunities that previously required extensive effort to create begin appearing with less prompting. Resources that seem perpetually scarce become more readily available. Support that needed to be actively sought begins arriving without explicit requests. What makes this prosperity cycle particularly powerful in September 2025 is how it converges with all the other cosmic factors we've discussed. This isn't just the beginning of a favorable 7-year phase. It's a prosperity cycle, renewal amplified by planetary alignments, numerical vibrations, karmic rebalancing, and seasonal support. For Capricorns, who felt like you've been pushing a boulder uphill for years, September potentially marks the point where the terrain finally shifts in your favor. The boulder doesn't disappear. You'd be suspicious if it did. But the hill's incline becomes more manageable, and unseen forces begin assisting rather than resisting your progress. This prosperity cycle renewal isn't a temporary stroke of luck, but the beginning of an extended period of increased support. The seeds planted in September potentially grow through this entire 7-year favorable quarter, creating foundations for abundance that extend far beyond the immediate future. As we've now explored all 12 cosmic signs converging to shift your luck this September, the complete picture reveals something extraordinary. This isn't random good fortune or generic astrological favorability. It's a precisely orchestrated cosmic algorithm, creating conditions where your natural Capricorn strengths become accelerated pathways to success, rather than qualities that need to be moderated or disguised. From Saturn's clarity and Jupiter-Neptune's connections, through Venus-Mars financial activation, and Mercury's expansion of horizons, to the deeper patterns of numerical significance, karmic rebalancing, and prosperity cycle renewal, September 2025 represents a remarkable convergence of supportive energies specifically calibrated to Capricorn frequency. After periods where universal forces seem to be testing more than supporting your journey, September brings the gift of alignment, a month where the cosmos operates according to Capricornian principles of earned reward, strategic patience, and substantive value. Your natural approach isn't just valid, it becomes the obviously superior strategy in an environment designed to reward exactly your inherent qualities. Capricorn, what we've uncovered together reveals September as not just another month, but potentially a pivotal turning point in your cosmic journey. The 12 celestial signs we've explored form an extraordinary convergence of supportive energies, specifically attuned to your frequency. Saturn's shift from retrograde motion brings clarity to ambitions that have felt stalled, while the rare Jupiter-Neptune alignment creates unexpected pathways through new connections. The harvest moon illuminates your career sector, bringing long overdue recognition for efforts that seemed invisible to others. Mercury's movement into your house of foreign connections expands your horizons beyond familiar boundaries, while Venus and Mars create a powerful financial activation point that could transform your resource landscape. We discovered your hidden advantage in September's status as your second power month, an ancient astrological secret that gives Capricorns a seasonal edge few know about. The numerological significance of September 2025 creates completion energy perfectly aligned with Earth signs, while those 3 remarkable days between September 14th to 16th provide a concentrated window of opportunity for those patient enough to have waited for the right moment. Your natural resilience finds perfect expression in autumn's discerning atmosphere, creating a competitive advantage as the world temporarily adopts Capricornian values of substance over style. The karmic rebalancing indicated by the North Node Saturn configuration brings well-deserved compensation for those who maintained integrity through challenging times. The rare celestial triangle forming between September 21st to 23 creates conditions for fortunate impossibilities that accelerate your journey in unexpected ways. And perhaps most significantly, September marks the beginning of your prosperity cycle renewal, not just a temporary stroke of luck, but the start of a 7-year favorable phase. This convergence of cosmic factors doesn't guarantee automatic success. The universe respects your sign's preference for earned achievement too much for that. What it does create is an environment where your natural approach becomes the obviously superior strategy, where the qualities others sometimes misunderstand about you become recognized as valuable wisdom, where the foundations you've been steadily building finally support visible structures that others can appreciate. If you've resonated with this cosmic blueprint for September, I invite you to become part of our astrological community here at Secret of the Zodiac. Subscribe to the channel now to ensure you never miss our sign-specific forecasts that go far beyond generic horoscopes to reveal the deeper cosmic patterns affecting your journey. Our community of stargazers and truth seekers is growing daily as more people discover the power of understanding these celestial influences. Leave a comment below, sharing which of these 12 cosmic signs resonated most powerfully with your current situation. Your insight might help another Capricorn recognize patterns in their own life. The conversations that develop in our comment section often reveal additional layers of understanding that benefit everyone. If this forecast has provided valuable insight, please consider supporting our work through the Super Thanks feature. Your contribution directly funds the research and production that goes into creating these detailed cosmic analyses. The financial support from our community enables us to produce daily videos with this level of depth and precision, rather than the surface-level forecasts found elsewhere. Your support literally keeps these cosmic insights flowing. For those experiencing particular challenges or seeking more personalized guidance for navigating September's opportunities, check our channel page for the special extended Capricorn forecast available to our dedicated community members. This deeper analysis explores specific dates, planetary aspects, and manifestation techniques tailored to your unique Capricorn energy. Remember, the stars may create favorable conditions, but it's your conscious engagement with these energies that transforms potential into reality. The cosmic algorithm we've uncovered isn't just predicting good fortune, it's revealing pathways for co-creating it through aligned action. September invites you to collaborate with these celestial forces rather than simply observing them. The journey we've explored together continues beyond this video. Like, subscribe, and join us as we navigate the cosmic currents shaping not just September, but the remarkable astrological landscape of the months and years ahead. Your cosmic journey matters, and at Secret of the Zodiac, we're committed to illuminating the past with clarity, depth, and wisdom that honors the sophisticated intelligence of our Capricorn viewers.